Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? This is my first YouTube video in a while. I was kind of holding off because I did buy a new camera. I do have a nicer setup for streaming, plus also for YouTube. So I want to start off by saying we're gonna start a series on basically tournaments and how to build an account up at the moment. The moment I am using this account. It is the Liz account. It's not my main account. It's a secondary account, and I'll explain what we're doing and how this series is going to play out. This is going to be the first episode, so basically, we want to transition to only doing tournaments on this account and, regular games like, just modern wild stuff. Well, majority those games are going to be botted with PC Jones's bot, not with Archmage, because Archmage is a bit expensive at the moment. And I don't know if it's worth it buying it with not owning many cards for this account yet. Maybe in the future it would be. But the basic idea of this account is we want to get SPS and we want to use our SPS staked here. So this is how much SPS we have in the account currently. As it goes up, it actually has gone up in value a bit today. I think crypto market went up a good amount today. But I started off with way less than this was. I didn't start off at 590, maybe 4 something. And I've been doing this for a couple weeks now. That I've been playing in tournaments, and I want to start a series on it because I think making an account at the lower level, a good way to earn is through tournaments because they're not that costly. They don't cost too much coins, and I'll show you guys the tournaments I'll be joining at the moment and what is the current goal. But as we get our staked SPS, we could join higher tournaments. As we get more cards, we buy more cards, you can enter more tournaments as well. So our first goal in this is to reach these tournaments here, Untamed and Chaos. In this series, I will go over tournaments that we've already done. I'm not going to be playing live in tournaments, just because I feel like it's a little bit more pressure and it's harder to do than just like doing it. I'll still show every single game. Not every single game. I'll probably show some replays on every video. But yeah, we'll see what we could do here. I'll explain to you guys what's the goal and what we're doing. Currently, we could only join these Chaos tournaments. I'm going to show the replay of this first tournament here, the most recent one. Or not, tournaments are bugged, so they're trying to fix it. People are playing tournaments and getting draws all the time. I'll explain what we're doing. So I'll show this one from last time. I've got 17th spot and I won for 0.667 SPS, which is right now currently a good amount of profit, about 5 cents per coin, so about 20 cents USD. But yeah, I'll explain what we do with our SPS as well. So for this tournament is the one I can join because it's like the cheapest one, probably the best one you could join at novice slash bronze league. Above novice and bronze, you do have to pay more to enter, which is not worth it. I believe about like silver league, you have to pay like 5,000 coins for this tournament, which is not worth it at all. But yeah, these are tournaments that are really decent. The payout structure is pretty good. So for this tournament, right here shows you have to enter with 5 DC. You enter 5 DC, you have a chance to win 2 SPS up to 10 SPS. And 5 DC is not worth much compared to like 2 SPS, so might as well risk your 5 DC. The other aspect of this is you have to have 206 staked coins, which meaning is you have to have coins in your account to play it. 206 staked coins shouldn't be worth too much at the moment, but we could check prices later and then I'll explain that later. And also the people that joined this tournament, as many people as possible, and 129 people joined. So theoretically, in this tournament, you're guaranteed to win 2 SPS and plus, as long as you win like a couple matches. And it's basically right here. You can see the rules: no legendaries, no legendaries. Oh, what's it called? Chaos Legion only. And that's pretty much the aspect of the game. Is you need Chaos Legion cards for this tournament alone. There's no other cards available. And that's the whole aspect of this. But in this tournament, you could tell that you were gonna win SPS as long as we have 206 staked. In some, it's more competition. There's 200 people, and you have to compete and try to get place higher. But yeah, currently in that one, I did pretty decent. But our goal of this series at the moment is to progress into getting into higher leagues and higher leagues and higher tournaments to have greater payouts. Because these are only novice, so they don't pay as well as like a gold, diamond tournament. But we can't even get there on our main account yet. We're at silver, so we could maybe start doing silver tournaments on my main account once those come back online. But the goal on this account for sure is to get into these tournaments, which is Untamed and Chaos. You can see the pay on these tournaments, like a Chaos one is 19 USD. That's total prize pool for everybody that wins something. This is 30, so it's like 10-ish, $11 more. It's about 20, yeah, it's like $10 more per tournament. Obviously, this is when the market was higher, I believe, and this is pays out a little bit more. But in these tournaments, we need 600 staked, and this also has Untamed and Chaos, which this account doesn't own many cards. I can show you guys what cards it owns and what we're doing. So we can show the account stuff right now, all the stats and everything. It'll be easy to show you guys. Since we are looking at owned only, this card I am trying to buy out at the moment, all the Chaos cards. But the goal is to buy out all these cards specifically only with tournament winnings or winnings from just playing the game regularly. So the goal is right now. Oh, there goes Wombat. Don't worry about that. We're now 600, right? We win a certain amount of SPS and we have some staked and we get some here, right? With the amount we get here, once we reach 600, the next goal is to buy out the cards, which is if I get, let's say, 601 SPS, I will sell my 1 SPS, turn that to DC, and try to buy cards on the market that I think I need. At the moment, I'm buying cards, which I don't really technically need to play Chaos tournaments, but I want to own them just because it'll be nice to have them for the bot account, for botting, so I could play regular matches in game, which is pretty much having level 1 cards of every card, so I could actually get paid out something. So we're now working on getting the rare cards, which I don't own many rare cards. I'm working on fire first, and I'm gonna go to water, earth, whatever, and go continue. For the tournaments that are specifically chaos and no legendaries, all you need is rares and epics. You don't need to rent anything because you could use the ones that are playable. So if you have these like starter cards, you can use these starter cards in tournaments. It's not an issue at the moment. I don't know if they change in the future, but you don't have to own these cards. So you don't have to own any rare cards. But you do have to rent epic cards. That's the only rental thing you need to actually rent in the aspect of this. And I have rented these cards for very cheap. We could actually check rentals on these cards if you guys really want to know how much it costs. It's gonna be very like depending on the day rentals can change. So I have rented anywhere from 10 to probably 10 5 to let's say 5 to 15 I've rented. These are all the epics you would need. Not many cards. And if you do own some of these, you don't have to rent them, you know what I mean? So on this account specifically actually, we do own these two. This is a different account as my main account, but we could show what we would be renting here. We would be renting these cards. No Wave Brood. We'd be renting, yeah, we're renting everything else from here up at level 1, which is equivalent to like, well, 10 DC. Let's add a Magi as another extra magic because it got outbid there. Now let's see. Yeah, it's about 10 DC. Okay, let's say about 10 to 15 because we keep getting one that keeps getting rented from us. But that's about it. Like you don't 10 DC plus a 5 DC entry fee, and you could end up winning 2 SPS, which is way more than what the value is of that. You know, that's basically the idea, and basically what the account's gonna be working towards going through higher and higher tournaments, buying cards out. Like the next tournament we would be able to join would be a bronze type tournament, which completely we're completed. Yeah. So the next tournament that's the cheapest probably it would be this one. The scared hand bronze beginner cup, which is chaos, right? Look at the details. We have enough staked already to play it. Don't have the power because don't have the cards owned. And also we need SPS. So we need power, so meaning we have to buy our cards. The thing about this one is we need to have level 2 summoners to play this tournament specifically. This one I cannot join at the moment, but it's looking like I have the staked SPS ready for it. Could we join, like, example, this one? Well, this is gold, so we wouldn't be able to join that either way. Could we join a modern one like this one? Is it possible or not? Because it might not be possible. Let's check it out. No, we need 2,000 staked. So we'd be able to join that one if we had the cards available. We could rent the cards, but I don't think I would want to rent that much. Like I said, we could progress to Silver League and do Silver League and like build the account slowly over time just with tournaments alone. Is the idea. And as well as also like if the account gets a decent amount of cards, we can start botting. That's the whole idea of this. But I can show you guys what we do with this. We want to claim everything. Let's claim. And then we'll go to the replays of last tournament. After we claim everything we have. And as you can see, to join the tournaments right now, it's about probably $33, $34 to be able to join the 2 Novice League tournaments. Obviously, 200 SPS is way less than it would be. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna claim this. I'm gonna transfer some. I'm gonna stake some of these coins, and I'm gonna transfer over to some DC, and then we would go. We would look into We would see how much DC we have left, and I'll show the replays of the tournament we've had previously. All right, guys. Okay, guys. So I transferred over in Hive Engine. I staked the SPS on here. Now we have 593, which we're close to our goal. We're a little bit less than, pretty much 8 away from our goal, which shouldn't be too much. You just wait for our stake. We could wait on that, or we could do tournaments, which we are going to do tournaments when they come back, though. I also did transfer 1 SPS to Hives to swap over to DC. And this is how much we got. This is how much DC we got for 1 SPS. That shows that 5 DC, well 20 DC in the tournament turns into way more. This is a prize we got from last tournament. It's interesting because we get a decent amount of DC, and this DC we just got from tournament. We cannot make this much DC playing in Novice or Bronze. We can't make this much DC in a season just for playing in Bronze League, unless you really have a good amount of cards. Especially this account with the cards it has. I don't think it can make 87 DC in a season. So we're gonna transfer this into the account, and we could check to see what cards we're gonna buy. I could show you what cards we're gonna look for buying. The card we're going to look for buying. Let's forgot to transfer in the swap account. Let's actually go to the lose account. And I'll show you guys what we're going to buy. I do want to buy, since we are working on fire, I do want to buy, this card is next up and it'll be the last card we do buy, but is this too pricey for us? It's $485. We could buy it technically, but I don't want to waste all my DC at the moment. Maybe keep like 100, 200 DC. I did just put more DC into the account, as I said, we moved some money over. But yeah, for now we'll leave it like that. Maybe next tournament win, or next time we get a decent amount of DC, we could buy it. We'll see when we're going to get to that point. Alright. So now we can go into the tournament replays. And pick up the best ones I find, and then I'll show you guys the matches. There's like a couple matches that are pretty good in there, and I'll show you guys how we placed and what we won in that tournament. Alright guys, I moved the camera to the other side because you can't see the whole screen with my camera there. But these are some of the games from the tournament, then I'll show you guys how the tournament ended up and what placements we got. And let's go. So I am the bottom one with water, and he did choose go with death. Let's see what the game mode is and pause it. So we got Blast and Even Stevens. So even cards only. And yeah. Here's how the setup looks like. Let's watch what happens. We do have speed on him, so we do attack first. The main thing I like here is having this in the back to pretty much know where our damage is gonna lie in the beginning of the match until this is gone. Which is all gonna pretty much go into him for now, because he's like the top. and then we're just destroying the front line as he attacks our back line. That's the basic idea with this team. We get trample here, and we get double hits, plus with blast. That's a really strong hit. So we did really well this matchup. And the other cool thing to point out is that this guy is in gold. He was in gold league. He is in gold league, or was in gold league while this tournament was going along, which is interesting because he's in gold league and I beat him at a novice tournament. Pretty interesting. But then again, if you are in gold league, you don't really know how to play much novice league anymore since you don't play novice, is what I've been told. So that's the first replay. He'll go on to the next one. And here we go. I needed to cut there because I accidentally showed the what happened in the leaderboard. So next time I'll just click the next one, not just do that. Okay. Is another one, another gold player, which is interesting. He has a we have similar teams. The difference is he has the Stalker, while we have Magic Necrosis. And because of that, we do have the same setup here, but he has a slightly different setup. But because different setups means, like, for example, if he has a setup, I have a setup, we have the same team, but we have different stuff, someone should win. You can't draw in a tournament, which is kind of good and kind of bad. You don't want to draw, but it's better than losing, in the sense. Here's the thing where we pretty much win this one because we got that thing in the front to distract, sorta, and we do pretty well here. I'm gonna show replays of us losing matches too, not just winning. Obviously, if the tournament we lose more, I can show more losing matches than winning matches, and like we learn from games we lose. We don't learn from games we win. And I messed up again by clicking that, so yeah, I'm gonna cut that a bit too. Sorry about that. Sorry about all the cuts in this video. This is my first time editing a video completely. And here's another replay. Same thing, water. We have different setups. I decided to go with magic damage. He decided to go with more melee. I don't know what that was. Yeah, but this match is pretty interesting because it's pretty much melee versus magic, and he had way more. We had the same 3 setup, but just a slight difference there gives me the win. Okay, let's not mess this up this time. Let's go straight to the battle. This is another match here, which he's using light and I am using death. Let's see the game mode here again. So it's life up and no archery. So he uses this, but this isn't this doesn't do anything for him really. And he's not using any archery. So he's basically backline opportunity. We have this to heal in the back just for distraction, kinda, sorta. As it heals, this to just do some damage as well, and we have this kind of for distraction. Should probably put this here and not there, but it's okay. I do think we win this match. I don't remember if we lose. I do have a match in here that we do lose, so yeah. Let's go ahead. It's gonna become one of the longer matches just because of how much health is involved in the game. But overall, the Thorns has been doing pretty decent for us in this match. And we do end up getting rid of one of his main, but yeah, it's not looking too good for us because we are losing a lot of health. Well, he's not losing much. Does have more damage than us, and I think this gives him the win because of the damage he's doing versus damage I could do. Yeah, I believe this is one of the games we did lose, and all the misses, that's not good for us. And then that's GG's. So he got that win on us on this tournament, which is not good for me in the tournament because then I position lower in the board for every loss pretty much. And let's go here for another battle. It's light versus light. Obviously everything's level 1 because we're novice league, but hopefully when we get to the higher leagues we'll play better cards, Let's start this one. The main difference between this one is magic damage, and I have Devastator, which reduces his damage, but only this dude's damage. But let's see how this one turns out. I do attack first because of speed, which is nice to have. That's why it's nice to have speed, because you attack first. And if I could get rid of his stuff before he touches my stuff, it does help me. Like now he can't attack because he got put into the first position. Now he can't attack, and then I'm going first again. So I just get rid of a lot of his stuff already, without him even like touching my stuff, just because of the speed. That was our last game here that we could show. There's a lot more games in the tournament, but for now we'll show a couple. I think we'll show probably the best ones, or we might be able to show the whole tournament depending on how long the video runs. This is the first video, the explanation of why the account was made and all that, so it's easier to show a bit, not all. If you guys want to comment about any of the games we should replay, or if we should slow it down and like analyze, or more or less, but I can just show you guys what we're playing, and let's go to the results now. So here is the results for round one. In round one, we won every single match. We had one guy flee on us, so that means he didn't battle us at all. But overall, we won every single match. We did beat some silver players, some not bronze players, some golds, and then round two was pretty decent as well. We beat almost everybody. We got one loss. We tied 2 games, which these are the 2 draws. Draws are not that great to watch, so why show them? If you guys want to see draws, you can show draws in the future tournaments. But again, I said who knows when that's gonna be. So obviously, since we only lost one game and we tied twice, we should rank pretty high in the leaderboards, right? Let's show you guys the results. So here's where we ranked. We ranked top 3 in the leaderboards, and that paid out 10 SPS. I kind of did spoil the video a bit by showing our transactions through SPS and how we moved our SPS over and stuff. I kind of did spoil it if you guys did notice, but if you didn't, then that's how much we won, 10 SPS. We did stake 9 and we moved 1 over to turn to DEC. That's what we did. And that's a pretty good, decent placement. The thing is, the first place dude won one more game than us and lost 2, and he tied 0. The problem is that me and this dude Sam, we both won 18, lost 1, and tied 2. If one of us would have won one more game, like if I won a game, or if he won a game, one of us would have taken first place, no matter the outcome. If we won draw, we would have gotten. If we both lost 1-1, then we probably would have been lower in the leaderboard here. But every coin counts, in my opinion, and that's what happened in this tournament. We'll check back on other tournaments once they come back online, and if you guys want to see tournaments on my other account, I can show you guys those that are more higher level. But this is the Liz account showing how we're going to progress this account just by doing tournaments. And thanks for watching, guys. I am going to have a giveaway at the end of this video, so if you guys could comment, what could we comment? Let's pick a card, let's comment a random card. Actually, we could comment the card we're gonna hopefully have bought before next video or during next video. We're gonna comment playable cards. Comment this card's name in the description and put your in-game name, and we'll give you a card, probably a rewards card, a probably common rewards card in your account. We'll send that over to one of you who comments this card's name in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on stream, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.